Hi, Kevin Coop here, and this is FaceTime with the Content Guy, and I'm coming to you from the Alphabet Sidewalk Labs in Toronto. And basically, they're a sister company to Google, and I'm here with the Retail Tomorrow conference taking place in Toronto, run by GMDC. And the interesting thing about this is that Alphabet is working with the City of Toronto to rethink and reimagine what a city should be like. And basically, they've got a dozen or so acres here that they've started on, but there are hundreds of acres adjacent to this. And the idea is, how can they reinvent and rethink what a city provides to its people? And this is interesting. I mean, Toronto is such an interesting international city. More than 50% of the people who live here weren't even born in Canada. And like a lot of cities, Toronto is dealing with infrastructure issues in terms of housing and public transportation. But what they've done is they've embraced this as an opportunity to really do something different here, and that they wouldn't be able to do in a lot of cities. And basically what they're doing is they're working from the internet up, and everything is starting with the internet, and how do they figure out digital, and how do they apply that to the problems that a city has, which is a lot easier than if you try and apply it from the top down. This is a great metaphor for retail, right? One of the advantages that Amazon has is they started with the internet, right? They're an internet up company. So they're not dealing with a lot of the legacy issues that companies like Kroger or Walmart or even right down to a one-store independent is dealing with, because they're trying to impose it on systems that already exist. That doesn't mean it's not possible. It has to be possible, but it's a lot harder to do. So they have to understand that. They have to understand they have different challenges. They have to understand that there are going to be infrastructure and economic challenges to trying to impose this new system onto existing systems. And the other thing they have to do is they have to understand what their strengths are. They have to understand that, hey, listen, if we have something that is a differential advantage, we have to work that really, really hard if we're going to compete on that level, and then basically absorb the other changes and impose the other changes that have to be made. It's not easy, it's not for the faint of heart, but it also is something you can't avoid doing, whether you're a city or you're a retailer. Anyway, that's what's on my mind this morning, and as always, I want to hear what's on your mind.